Retain natin. No, it's alright. I thought you left it for someone else. Whose seat is this? Meron pa nasa toilet? No, it's fine. Kasi kung wala, somebody take the other seat na iniwanan ni Abby. Begin?
Yes.
Well, there's no such thing as we have to commence, let's begin. I just begin when I want to begin. But for record purposes, I just have to say it. You can write all you want, fine. You can also not write if you want. But several things are in order. You came on time. Your upline was able to gather you. Be thankful for that, and I'm thankful for your presence today. Salamat sa inyo. But I'm not here to just simply thank you for your presence, but more importantly, through the efforts of Arthur, and of course, Doc Butch coordination. Sabi ni Doc Butch, Press, can you take charge of it? Usually when I do this particular set of coaching or this particular set of mentoring, I don't do it myself right away. I allowed you and your uplines to go through the uplines first. But this is not wrong. Hindi ibig sabihin na hindi nyo nakausap si upline muna, hindi kayo makikinig dito, or hindi ito yung tama. But I'm sharing this because the day will come. Lahat kayo mismo magtuturo rin sa masasakupan ninyo. And marami tayong kadalasan nakakalimutan. Fundamentals, basics. I asked earlier who's the most senior here. Danny said 55, Mom said 61. And I appreciate you sharing your age. You don't look like your age.
Yes.
Danny looks like 56. I'm kidding, of course. Danny, Mom, back then there's no phone. There's no Facebook. There's no practically technology that allowed us yung para maging convenient tayo ngayon. And Danny, would you say that back then was better than today? In terms of how we communicate, how we socialize?
Mas okay ngayon po eh. Kasi
Mas okay ngayon.
Mas mabilis lahat eh.
Mas mabilis lahat. Kaya po, ma'am. We all agree with that. But does it follow? Kapag mabilis, it means it's really actually better, it's best, or it's what we really want. Not all the time. I get this from almost everyone. When they see me, pag nakita nila ako, when everybody like gets to hang out with me, first thing they will do, press selfie. Press let's sir, pwede ko magpa-picture. Why would I say no? But we are not in that session today. That's why I specifically said drop your phones, take no photos whatsoever. A lot of people today have forgotten entirely the essential things in life. Faster is not tantamount to better. Neither I'm saying slower is tantamount to better. Don't get me wrong. Hindi ko sinasabing pag mabilis, hindi ibig sabihin maganda. Hindi ko sinasabing bagalan nyo para maging maganda. Why don't we take the best things of the past, merge it with the fine things of today? We communicate better today, faster? Yes?
Yes.
Diba? But how about when you try to see somebody, nakita kayo, nakasalubong mo yung hinahangaan mong tao. Katulad ko, katulad ni Arthur, o kung sino mang leader, kung sino mang hinahangaan mong tao. Hi, Doc!
Hi, Doc!
Hi, welcome, Doc!
Good afternoon.
So, Doc, take your time, have your coffee first. Thank you, Doc, thank you. So, I'll take my time before I introduce you, okay? Take your coffee, Doc. As I was saying, kaalis, Doc. I mean, you can continue. As I was saying, why don't we combine both? Maraming tao kakausapin ako to ask a photo, I appreciate that. To ask a signature, I appreciate that. But what if you have this one moment with fate? Fate. Destiny. Would you take a photo with it? Or would you want to know more about it? You don't actually have to answer. You don't have to actually make your votes. What I'm saying, today's essentials, nakakalimutan natin kadalasan to put value when it is due. You don't see me every day. You don't see a lot of people every day. You can take a photo with me. You can shake my hand. Even hands if you want. But I was born 1981. The first year or the last year, they consider you're part of millennials. Is that right?
Yes.
That's 1981, right? And at the same time, I was born during the time na wala pang mobile phones. Cellular phones came later, about when I was, 10 years old, about 1990s, early 90s, or late 80s. Mataba pa rito yung cellular phone na. It's like kulay gray. Diba? And mayaman ka when you have that kind of phone that time. And when I started network marketing, kakasimula pa lang ng mga GSM phones. Kakasimula pa lang. Back then, we don't have so much of the camera phones. I think it was about after 2 years when 7650 was introduced. Perhaps one of the best known phones because yun yung unang-unang may. Was it the first camera phone ng Nokia? I'm referring to Nokia. There could be other phones with camera. It's the one being switched up. Mataas. I think that's one of the first. If not the first, that's one of the first. We don't have to argue that right now. But I'm saying it's one of the first, if not the first. Back then, pag magpipicture ka, you don't even have to actually send it to a group because it's very expensive.
Yes.
MMS was like, what, 20 pesos, 40 pesos? But today it's free, literally. It's virtually free. Dahil may Wi-Fi ka, meron kang connection sa office o kung saan man. You know, the thing is, when people have the things that are free actually, they neglect to pay attention at the finer things in life. I am yet to see somebody who will see me, excluding Doc and some of my top key people in the company, Doc included, that we talk to one another like human beings. So, all of you can go on, learn new things, improve yourselves, use technology to your advantage. There's nothing wrong with that. But it doesn't mean you're becoming a better person. Technology will be available and they will keep improving. You like it or not, you improve with it or not, it will improve. But it improves because people improve. It doesn't improve on its own. Technologies are the products of our creations. And without technology, we cannot actually improve what we or how we do things today. However, without us, there won't be technology. So, which came first? Which is more significant? The answer is pretty obvious. We can go back to those days, the prehistoric era, or those caveman days, and here we are today. We have improved our lives. Era after era, decades after decades, or centuries after centuries. We keep evolving and changing, becoming better, as we know it. But are we really becoming better? Are you really becoming better? Tell me what is better. Driving a new car, is that better? More expensive clothes than how you were dressed before? Bigger home? More Facebook friends? More likes, more wows, more loves? It's a selective, it's a subjective thing. Better is a selective and subjective thing. Relative. For other people, better is like having 3 meals a day because we only used to have 1 meal a day. And here, some people would even complain about not getting the steak done right. I ordered for a medium, not a medium well, not a rare. Then you would complain. You have technology today where you can call people and ask them, how are you? But instead you don't. Instead you send a message in a group saying good morning. Yes, you can communicate to them, but are you communicating really? You are connected to them, but are you getting connected? You cannot sail in the middle of oceans or seas and expect to actually be still in touch of the shore. You have to lose sight of the shore to enter to that particular voyage, that journey. But some people get lost along the way. They lost themselves, they lost their values, they lost the fine things in life that are truly important. I've told this several times over and over. If you want success, it's available everywhere. But sir, why am I not successful right now? Why am I not reaching right now? Why am I not driving Rolls Royce or Ferrari, or why am I not staying in my dream home right now? I don't know. But do all people who drive Ferraris, Lamborghinis, who live in their mansions, who make good money, are they really successful? So, if you're here today thinking that I can change the entire landscape of how you see things, you're actually right. But if you're thinking that I can make things happen for you after this meeting, you're terribly wrong. I can change how you see things because you will allow me. And you will agree with me, not because I'm your president, not because I'm a successful person, but you will agree with my points in life. Kumbaga, sasang-ayon ka hindi dahil uutusan kita, dahil akong pangulo ninyo, ako may-ari ng kumpanya, o dahil matagumpay ako. Pero dahil mauunawaan mo yung sinasabi ko, na yun pala ang dapat. In no particular order, a lot of people keep chasing their dreams. Every day, in a rat race. Gising madaling araw, tulog ng gabi. Gising madaling araw, work like 18 hours a day, 20 hours a day. And we keep posting things that we work so hard. We hustle so hard. That is fair. That is fair. That is fantastic even. But then again, not because you're working so hard would actually mean you will be successful. Or if you become successful, you will literally become happy. I know a lot of people who don't have the success of Doc Butch, of Arthur, myself, not even a tenth of it, but are very happy people. I know a lot of people who are making like 50,000 a week who are not happy. I know some people who are making a lot of money, millions a month, who are miserable. I know a few significant people. Not talking about people in NWorld. I'm talking about entirely my life. People who have made a name for themselves, yet still in search and finding who they really are. So the first thing that you have to know really when you want to achieve things in life is not just really knowing your why, but knowing yourself. Because only by knowing yourself, you will know your why. Why is an inflicted, self-inflicted thing. And the deeper it is, the more reasonable it sounds, di ba? I'm doing this for a new cell phone. That's not deep enough. When you ask somebody, when you ask Aljon, what's your why? Then somebody could say, not just a cell phone. Cell phones. Cars. So that's a deeper why. And somebody would come up with, actually, I'm doing this for my family. So that now becomes a much deeper why. So does it really make this person who have the deeper why more hardworking, more compelling, more eager to become successful? Yes or no? No. So it doesn't follow if you have a deeper why or greater why, you will be more eager. I started wanting a cell phone. Huwag niyong isipin that I'm after material things. I was 18 years old, by the way, when I started network marketing. What do you expect me to have my why? As in, I want to help my family. I don't even have a family that back then. Referring to me, my wife, and kids. That was my why. I wanted a cell phone. Could you blame me if that was my why? So if somebody asks you now, what's your why? Mababaw. Mababaw yung why mo kaya hindi ka successful. It's not about that. It's actually a question of who you really are or how you know yourself. About you, your future, you, about wanting specific things. Only then you will understand why you need this, why you need that. Because there's always a reason. There is always a reason why you do things. There's always a reason why you say things. There's always a reason why you hurt others. Why you love others. Why you help others. Why you provoke others. Why you push others. Why you welcome others. Why you feed, why you motivate others. Only if you know yourself. Other people will actually go years after years without knowing themselves. Only to find out in the end, that particular moment they realize who they are, begins the first day of their lives. Unang araw ng buhay nila, really. You see people like, at age 40, that's the only time that they start becoming an entrepreneur. Others retire at age 60 or 65 only to start a new career. While others start hustling when they were like 18. That's in my case. Others started even younger, 14, 15, because of lack of choice. But were they working that's motivated by their why? Or practically that's who they are? Sir, I'm doing this because of my why. Because I'm the eldest, I have to work for my family. That is not your why. That is who you are. You are a provider for your family. You're the breadwinner. You're supposed to take charge. They are your whys. But you can always change your why. You can run away, be irresponsible, leave your family behind, go somewhere else, and start a new life. Then that why is gone. Hindi na yun yung why mo. What is now your why? No, I want to be selfish. I want to have my own sports car, my mansion. I want to be a top earner, make some money. So your why can change anytime. You may want to have a new car right now. You may want to have a new income right now, like 1 million a month right now. But it can always change. But you know what? What doesn't change? Your being. And please don't get me wrong. You do not change when you become richer or when you become poorer, when you become more successful or if you become a failure. The things that happen to us only magnify us. Money is a magnifying glass. It is also a telescope and a microscope at the same time. Because from afar, who you really are, I can see you because of your money. Money being a telescope. You see people, when they start making money, kahit na malayo ka, people get to recognize you. Either as a noble person or as a notorious person. I like this person. He's become a millionaire and this person has become a better person. He's a kinder person. He's more helping than trying to be selfish. And here's another story. Ito, yabang nito. Ayoko nakikita ito. Yumaman lang, ganito, ganyan. Hindi siya yumaman lang. He was like that ever since. Believe me. It's in your heart. It's in you. Sometimes, if you're far, you don't actually get to see it. But keep pounding, keep being like who you are. From afar, people will see you. And on a, on a micro level, kikita ka ng tao, ito talaga siya na kumita ng pera. On a clear view, you can use magnifying glass, then people can see you. So, that's not only money. That goes for success. That's the same thing for fame. That's the same thing for failure. You're being tested all the time, by the way, in case you're not aware. Not only during the times when you're successful, but when you're not making as much as you're expected to make. Sinasabi ko sa inyo to because the reason that a lot of people have yet to achieve their full potential is practically because they have neglected to first find themselves. You cannot keep looking for something else that you want when you don't know yourself. Sir, gusto ko ng kotse. And pag nagkaroon ako ng Fortuner na bago, I'll be happy. Happy or sadness is a state of mind. It is your choice that you become happy because you want a new Fortuner. Or gusto mo ng bagong relo. But you can simply choose to be happy. I just want to be happy. And some people are so intelligent, so brilliant, that they always choose the things miserably happening to them right now, or that have happened to them in the past. They keep replaying it in their head. The moment they wake up on that day, my ex-girlfriend left me, cheated on me. Like that happened like years ago. Inalala mo na naman yun, and it upsets you. It destroys your day. So you chose sadness. It's a choice. Wala kang pain ngayon, you can still choose to be happy. But a lot of people will choose to be miserable, hoping that people will swamp on them, will help them when they're miserable. The idea that people are drowning, thinking that everybody will be a lifeguard, dive or swim, to rescue them. What if nobody's paying attention to you? Nobody's seeing you. So, before we go to any strategy or technique or suggestion or advice, let's make it so basic and simple. You got to check your hearts. Because if you stay longer with successful people, unfortunately, not everyone will have that ability to become successful in a given time. Tabi ka ng tabi kay Aljon, tabi ka ng tabi kay Arthur, kay Nico, kay Danny, kay Cedric. Wow, lakas ng kumita. Galing nila magsalita. They're very good at handling people. Ang tagal ko na sa NWorld, tagal ko na ginagawa to, 2 years na ako. Hindi ko pa kayang gawin yun. Then you will start comparing yourself to others. Take note, people have the tendency to compare themselves. Not just because of what you inflict on them, but because it is based on certain experience in the past. Things in the past will dawn on them. Like ikaw, mas magaling sa yung pinsan mo. Gayahin mo yung pinsan mo. Nag-aaral siya, top 1. Ikaw, top 1. Sino sa inyo nasabihan ng parents na gano'n? Come on, raise your hand. Not all, but have you heard that from your parents?
Yes.
Or somebody important? I did. I did. I was being compared. Compare mo si ganito. Siya magaling, siya ganito, ganyan, siya ganito, siya ganyan. Always. Palagi, palagi. So, I started developing, I have developed a poor confidence. Because I thought to myself, I'm not that good as like my cousin. Sino rito yung sinabihan na, tamad-tamad mo kasi. Tingnan mo yung pinsan mo, mayaman na ngayon. Ganito, nasa ibang bansa na, ang ganda na ng buhay. Ikaw dito ka pa rin. 2 taon na, tambay ka pa rin. 2 taon na, nasa NWorld ka pa rin, hindi ka pa rin nagkakaroon ng Ferrari. It's quite pissing you off, right?
Yes.
So some people have the ability, they have the talent to maneuver good things to bad things. Ito po yung mga apply namin, disruptors, no? Ito po yung mga nagkakotse, ito yung nagawa ng milyonaryo. O ikaw, ba't wala ka pa dyan? Eh, susunod na po ako. Susunod ka, kailan ka susunod? Yung mga yan, kaya yung mayaman dahil malalapit yan sa taas. Ikaw, nakakalapit ka ba sa taas? Then you will start thinking, oo nga, no? That is the reason, kaya hindi ako successful. That is the reason, dahil hindi ako nakakoach ni Press. Hindi ako nakakasama kumain ni Press, or ni Doc, or ni Arthur, ni Coach Arthur, or ni Coach Mark. Kaya pala, then you will start developing that hate, that anger, that envy. Kaya pala ang yumayaman kakaunti lang. Now I know. Then here comes another fellow teaching somebody that teaching. Kung dito ka sa akin, matututukan kita araw-araw. Bago pa lang kasi ako. Diyan, apply mo, malalim ka na. Hindi ka na matututukan yan. When you don't know yourself, you will get lost. That is one diversion. Hilahin ka ngayon kung saan company siya. Kahit pangit yung company ngayon, kahit napangit yung produkto. I mean, sorry for saying this politically incorrect term, na pangit. Let me correct myself. Something less superior than NWorld, something less impressive than NWorld, sasama ka. Because there's this person saying, tututukan kita. Diyan, natututukan ka ba? Nakuha niya ngayon yung soft spot mo. Oo nga eh. Si Aplen palaging busy. Si Aplen palaging kasama sa K-pop, si ganitong grupo lang palagi. Sino nakaka-relate? Come on, sino nakaka-relate? Diba? No, you are laughing at it. But you have no idea how others are feeling. If you have not become, if you're not paying attention with that. It's just like bringing them back to their childhood days. Barkada. Natin sama ito. Ito, bobo ito eh. Tayo matatalino. I mean, I'm using the language because that's the language I'm using right now. That's the language being used when you were young.
Yes.
Are they saying less intelligent before? Bobo!
Correct.
Come on, sino nagsabi sa inyo, let's not hang out with this guy, he's less intelligent. Hindi, bopol to, kulelat ito eh. So, it brings you back to those days. Tama?
Yes.
It brings you back to those moments when you have already forgotten them, when you have buried them after decades, after years of forgetting them. Naka-move on ka na eh. Napaalala sa'yo, parang eto na naman yun. Nung kabataan ko. I know that because I was bullied. Malabo mata ko. Everybody called me labo. I'm not kidding. Why? Malino na mata ko? Hindi pa rin. But you see this guy, instead of caving and crippling down, I told myself, di bali next year, di ko nakasama itong mga ito. Di bali, may mga iba naman akong kaibigan. Ako yun. Not everybody's like that. As a boy, ganun ko nakikita lahat yun. I know the world is not perfect. I was being compared. So I'm now comparing as well. That's how it works. Reciprocity. I was being compared by my parents, by my dad particularly, to be particular, my dad, to someone else. Not one person, several guys. Cousins, kinakapatid. Then now I started comparing my dad. Sana si Ninong ganito, siya na lang yung dati ko. Sana si gantong tito, siya na lang yung dati ko. Network marketing, you building your organization, has no difference per se. As far as you growing up as a child, and right now you growing up as an entrepreneur. When you are not being supported, remember that when you are not being supported, financially is not the point here. Socially, emotionally, morally, when you are not being supported with at least 3 basic things, stumbling blocks of bullying, fear, doubt, will always be ahead of you. So you got to get the right support. Why? Because those things magnify who you are. If you get the right support, morally, emotionally, socially, you get cheered up by your uplines, you get fired up by their success stories, and they are communicating, connecting to you, you will begin to understand really that yes, I am behind, simply because it's not yet my time. And simply because I have not yet given what is due for NWorld, what is due for the efforts, what is due to become successful. Marami magko-compare because they've been compared in the past. Either in their school days, sa barkada nila, sa relationship nila. You know those things? Sana hindi ko iniwanan yung ex ko. Mas okay pa pala siya sa'yo. Wala ka rin palang pinagkaiba sa ex ko. Pare-pareho kayo. We always get compared, right? Magkakaroon, it will be an echo all throughout. And you know what? When you're down, when you're not well, remember this. When you're down, when you're not well, every little thing can pierce your heart. Kahit na maliit na bagay. Trust me. But when you are at the top of your game, I mean, A game mo, nothing or nobody can even affect your course. No out of stock, no negative people, no haters, no naysayers can prevent you from achieving what you want to have. And they, by the way, they do not change based on your circumstance. They only change based on who you are. Because you can be in a miserable situation but emerge to be a great player, a champion, or you can be in a great situation but you can emerge to be a miserable person. I was put into test time and time again. Hindi lang yung umalis ako sa pinanggalingan kong company. But before that, before I put up NWorld, I was like with 4 different companies, by the way. That's why I'm telling everybody, you got to have the heart. If you want to become really successful in life, not just in your careers, you got to have the heart. People will leave you. People you believe who will be with you, people you think are loyal to you, people you love so much, you have nurtured so much, you have helped, will leave you. People you have fed in your own homes, they will leave you. Why? Because that's basically who they are. And why other people will stay? Why there will be those who will believe regardless of the circumstance? Why are there those people who will love you, who will take care of you, who will cheer you up, who will listen to you, who will follow you, who will stay by your side, who will fight your battles? You want to know why? Because that's practically who they are. Not the company, not the circumstance, not the reward, not the miseries, but they are just being themselves. Basic. If you are a tough person, you will always be a tough person. If you're a quitter, you will always quit. You will say when it's good times, little challenge, I quit. Move to another one, little challenge, I quit. Move to another one, good times, alright, I am enjoying. Good times, I'm enjoying. Little challenge, I quit. Why? Because they are quitters. So now, what if, sir, friends, what if we don't know ourselves to be tough people? What if I'm so succumbed by my inferiority complex, by my lack of confidence? Is there a way that we can change it? Is there a way? May paraan ba na ako na alam kong I don't have the traits of Arthur? I don't have the ability of Doc Butch to train people. I don't have that. So, am I doomed? Am I not going to become successful one day? I can't motivate like you do, Chris. Again, I don't motivate. I make you realize who you are. If you have not noticed yet, try to look for a single post in my feed that tells the otherwise. It's not motivation. I'm revealing to you who you are. I'm trying to make you immerse from your real being. There's a process of immersion that allows you to reveal the diamond in your hearts, in yourselves, that you thought you're not great because you're being put into so much pressure. But diamonds, come out of pressure. So again, what if you believe right now you are not the tough person? I cannot be one of the top guys. I cannot be like a great leader like you, Chris, like Arthur, like Jerome, like whoever. Are you bound to be doomed? Or is there a way that we can actually change that? So you choose to actually be able to do something about it. You don't accept that you're bound to be doomed. Right? You know why? Because that is your choice. That's practically your choice. The same way you choose to be successful, it's the same thing, the same way you choose to become a failure. If you're that person, you believe you are not that tough right now, good. Because there's this upline, there's this particular set of people who can actually help you. Remember what I said earlier? A group, a team, an upline who keeps making you mentally, emotionally, socially supported. You got to start creating that environment for your group. I can teach you techniques, but what's the essence of new strategies, new techniques, new learnings if you are not solid yourself? At the end of the day, if you are a building with shallow foundation, I can put all the technology in that building, latest of all the latest technology, security, all the features are either facial recognition, security features, voice recognition, some hologram coming from all angles of the building telling you where to go, how to proceed, where do I go next. If that building is shallow, it will fall down. Together with it, the amount you invest, the amount you spend on those things. So, as a person, if you have a shallow foundation, mababaw, you will learn a lot of things, but you are bound to give up, always. It's just a matter of time. Maybe not 2 years. Next time, it could take you 3 years. Next time, it could take you 5 years. Or maybe next time, it could take you 3 weeks or 3 months. When I said people will leave you, I've been in the industry for almost 2 decades. And from time to time, whenever I move forward, some people join me, some people stay in that company. Do I get heartbroken? Yes. Do I cry? At times. But that is life. It is happening every day, by the way. It is happening every day, by the way. In case you are unaware. Don't count alone those people who transfer to another company. Those people who are active right now, the following day, ayaw na. Nag-ibang bansa. Nagka-boyfriend ng mayaman, nagka-girlfriend ng mayaman. Nagnegosyo. Pinagalitan ng nanay, ng tatay. Tigil-tigilan mo na yung networking na yan. Biological death. Things like that, they happen every day. Tell me how many sign-ups do you have every day and count them. Check them. Ilan dyan yung active. And you will feel so bad if you see another person joining another company. When you don't notice that actually, you even have more people just simply stopping. Because they just want to be a retailer and use the products. Why? Because I don't want to be like you. I'm fine not driving a Rolls Royce. I'm fine not making $1 million a week. I'm fine just making 10,000 a week. Okay na ako doon. Why? Because that is me. So, you can always look for reasons to be happy or reasons to be sad. But they all boil down to who you are. And who you are is something, congratulations, I'm about to announce the good news to you. Who you are is something that you can actually change. Not your circumstance, not the miseries, hindi yung pagkakataon mo, hindi yung mga problema, hindi yung mga pagsubok. Your simple decision. In fact, that is so simple, that is so basic, a lot of people forget to do it. You know, when things are so familiar with you that, have you not noticed, alam mo na magiging mainit ang ulo mo dahil sinimulan mo ng mali. You know those kind of things? Di ba minsan yung may nagsimula magtanong sa'yo. Kunyari, for example, talagang dati ng negative. Kinamusta ka? Ano, mayaman ka na. Alam mo that there is an option not to respond, not to reply, not to even open that one. Binuksan mo pa rin. Because you want to put yourself into test. No, I'm a better person now. Sabi ni Press, I can change myself. I have changed myself. Inopen niya. Yeah, you have changed yourself. Nung pag-open mo, hindi mo siya inaway. Kaagad. But after 5 minutes, nag-away rin kayo. So that's a change actually. You have delayed the amount of time that you will that you will release your anger. Like before, pagsisimula pa lang, confrontation ng kagad. Nung ngayon, hindi pa ako mayaman, dali ka mayaman ka na pa. Ngayon, binago mo. I'm a better person now. I'm well coached today. You cannot go into my heart, nor to my head. Because you thought you have changed yourself. This person was also coached. This person was also taught by someone else. May upline din tong kausap. That's not a literal upline. I'm saying if he's a negative neighbor, like another upline of this person could be, or somebody coaching this person, is that, di ba scam din kayo katulad nung nahuli last time? So, remember this. You have focused yourself to becoming a better person. You thought you have changed as a person. Unfortunately, this naysayer attacked you using a different weapon. Were you not prepared? You were prepared. Kaya lang hindi ka handa. So, you had the choice actually to simply just ignore it. But you did not. Because you tested yourself. Total, na-coach na ako, gagawin ko to. Pero pwede mong piliin na huwag intindihin. Things na dapat mong intindihin are the only things that will matter to you. Not only today, but even tomorrow. your wife, the love of your wife, your parents, your family, your important people. If somebody tells you, you're not gonna, sorry, you just like, not like the character that you will become successful. If it gets into your heart, if you believe that one, trust me, you're doomed to fail. But when your upline tells you, you will be successful. Diba? Ang sarap intindihan, diba? This is the unfortunate thing. It's easier to believe the negative things than the positive things. Why? Because negative things, destruction, the less than average things are the easiest things to do. If I tell you you will not become successful, madaling maniwala. Bakit? Don't do anything. You will not be successful. Right away. Right away. If I tell you you will be successful, ginawa mo lahat, wala pa rin nangyayari. Hindi totoo yung sinabi ng upline ko. Sino sa inyo have reached that point na ginawa mo na lahat and you have told yourself, ginawa ko na lahat, wala pa nangyayari? Who? Say I. Well, kung ginawa niyo na lahat, dapat may nangyari na. Right? Kasi kung ginawa mo na lahat, dapat nakuha mo na yung gusto mong buhay. What do you think of me? I'm unique and you are not? May access, may special VIP link kay God, ikaw wala. What do you think of that? When I started 18 years ago, when I was 18, yeah, about 18 years ago, when I started, I carried out my entire childhood, my early adult life. I'm a very skinny person, by the way. Other than yung malabo mata ko. Very, very skinny. So imagine the lack of confidence. Malabo mata ko. Payatot ako. Who knows JR? JR Diwa. You know him?
Yes.
Yeah. So skinny, right? I was like that. Or baka mas payat pa ako doon. So imagine, malabo mata ko, sobrang payat ko. But I am a believer that I can be some sort of a success in the future. Those things did not stop me from believing that I can be something or someone in the future. Because it's neither our looks, our age, our physical attributes, what others say, what others think, what others tell you, what haters tell you that you will not be. Those things do not matter. None of those matter. What matters is what we tell ourselves. The story that we keep telling ourselves, that one story you keep telling yourself, bakit di ka successful, that's the reason why you are not achieving your greatest results. So don't tell me you have already done everything. Because if you have done everything, believe me, you would have actually lived the life that you've always wanted. But here's one thing. Here's one thing. To give another, to give an enlightenment to your thoughts. So sir, if we believe we have already done everything, ulitin ko, if you've done everything, you have actually been living your life the way you wanted it. You have not done everything. But here's another kind of thought that happens to everyone. A lot of people fail to take charge of their lives because of fear, because of doubt, because of inability to disregard what other people say. Palagi nilang iniintindi yung sinasabi ng mundo, sinasabi ng tao sa kanila. And because of that, try to consume it every day. Wake up every day, sasabihin sa'yo ng nanay mo o ng ibang tao that you won't make it. Trust me. If you believe that, if you carry that out with you, wala talaga mangyari sa'yo. Believe me. Have you spoken to yourself lately? Funny and scary, right? Pero wala kang kasama, kinakausap mo yung sarili mo. But have you done that?
Yes.
And when do you usually do that? Height of emotions, right? When I say height of emotions, either you're sad, too sad, or you're too happy. Because when you're just sad, chances are you won't do it. When you're just happy, chances are you won't do it. You will speak to yourself when you're so sad, so effing sad, or when you're so happy. Like nakuha mo yung bagong sports car na gusto mo, you will talk to yourself. Galing mo talaga, you made it. Then you keep saying praises. Lord, thank you so much for this one. When you're happy, you're just happy. Smile at everybody, talk to everybody, not yourself. When you're sad, chances are you will cry, or you will stress eat, or you will just watch videos in YouTube or in Facebook. That's what you're going to do, practically. But when you're so sad, you will start questioning yourself. You will start questioning Him. Why am I in this kind of situation, Lord? Why am I in this particular position? I have done everything. I have done everything taught by mentors. I have attended NDO, NBO, product demo, lahat na ginawa ko. Those are the only times that you talk to yourself. And usually when you do that, there is like some sort of connection with your inner self. We don't usually do that anymore when we are achieving the good things that we dream to have. I remember when I was rock bottom, when I was beginning. Rock bottom, which means nagsisimula ako talaga. I talked to myself. Sabi ko, I really want this one badly. Which one? Cell phone. I'm not talking about, hundreds of thousands of income. Just that particular goal. Again, you can't blame me for my why. I'm an 18 years old student, and that's my why. You can't expect me to be melodramatic and think of, para sa ninuno ko ito. Para sa mga magiging anak ko ito. It's always easy to say, great reasons like that when somebody asks you. And that is not being true to yourself. You're being a hypocrite, and because of that, you're not actually facing the real things that you want or your real needs. Believe me, it's not about your goals, it's about your needs to begin with. Do you agree with me when I say people will disregard their goals for their needs?
Yes.
They will disregard their plans, their great plans for their needs. They will disregard their values for their needs. Why do you think people sell illegal drugs? Why do you think other people sell themselves? Because it's good for their needs. So, you can put great things about how you plan your kids to be in an international school, you driving that sports car or that new car or that new thing. Yes. But knowing yourself is practically solving first your needs. Once you've solved your needs, you can move forward to your wants. That's the only time after that you can move forward to your goals. If you keep teaching people about setting goals, their eyes on the prize, that's right. But make no mistake on letting them jump straight to their goals without letting them understand the things that you need to do to provide for your needs. Kaya nga needs eh. So for you to provide for your needs, these are the things that you need to do. A lot of people focus on their goals. That's why these are my goals too. My goal is to attend an NDO. Instead of being a need or making it as part of your need, it has now become a goal. Because everybody focuses on goals. Literally. Nakakatawa kung titignan mo, di ba? But the basics of the basics, nakalimutan ng lahat. The basic in socializing, in seeing people. Diba? When you see them around, you just walk around. Why? Because you see them every day. Right? I see you every day. I see you every day. Just hi. Sometimes it's even so difficult to do. Maguguluhan kayo sa rat race na araw-araw na ginagawa nyo. You will keep chasing your dreams. And then it will keep running away from you. Dreams are a moving target. You got to move faster to hit it. Unless you move faster than your dreams, than your goals, you will not catch your goals. You know why? Because they have already left years ago. By the time you start doing this business, nauna na sila sa inyo ng what? 20 years ago? What year did you start doing network marketing, Danny?
Because of my...
What year? How many years ago?
2014, sir.
2014. So we're talking about like 4 years. But 4 years ago, did you already have the dreams that you have right now? Or the things that you have right now? Wala pa. Would you say those years, nakuha mo na yung gusto mo sa buhay? Hindi pa. So, practically, we're going to talk about 4 years ago. That's like your age, right? 55 minus 4, 51. So, 51 years ago. So, from the time that you started, you set foot on earth, your dreams have started 51 years ahead of you. The only way for you to catch the train of your goals, of your dreams, to be aligned with yourself, is to outsmart that 51 years. How do you do that? Sir, you started 18 years ago, so like I was 18, I'm 36 today. Yes, so it was just like 18 years ahead yung dreams ko from the time I started. So it's not a technical definition, all right? It's my own personal definition. You can set your own definition. You can divide it by 10. It's up to you. I mean, it's a biological clock that I set forth myself. Now, here is how to properly correct it. The alignment of your thoughts. At 51, what do you think for yourself? Not everyone's thoughts. At 51, ano dapat ang meron ka sa 51? Kung 51 years old ka na.
Good life.
A good life. What else?
Things that I wanted to have materially and travel.
You got to mention them.
Yeah. A house, travel with my family.
Alright. And you have not done that by 51.
Yeah.
And so you're 55 right now. Right. So by that time, ibig mo sabihin, kung 51 ka, dapat nagawa mo na yun. So you got to catch up. So you cannot run at your own pace. Because nakaalis na yun eh. You're behind. If you're catching up at someone or at something, you got to run faster. You got to be quicker. How do you become quicker? How do you become better? How do you become faster? The basic rule of thumb. If you're an athlete, you train. In technology, you upgrade. As a person, you become better. Those are the things. So, if the answer to those things is not about becoming more every day, then you will know the answer 5 years from now. Hindi mo pa rin siya abutan. And by then, you will have more pressure. Mas sasama ang loob mo, mas mahihirapan ka. Which leads me now to practically you going back to the core, the basic. How many people, other than yourself, have you actually figured out to be your important people in your group? I'm sure kung si Arthur, meron siyang core group. Si Eileen may core group. Si Nico may core group. Diba? Si Mark may core group. Si Fatima may core group. Well, I don't know about Arthur and Fatima, same. But it could be different as well. If you have that, why do you have that? Because you chose them. You believe in them. How about the others? Na wala pang ganun. So you see, whatever you know about yourself, you're actually trying to mirror it to those people who are important to you. That's like at work. Yun ang totoong buhay. You like it or not. Papansin mo, leaders have their core leaders. And if you don't have that, let's start with the basic. Most likely, you have not figured out yourself yet. Ano ba talaga yung gusto mo? Diba? Sir, gusto ko ng ganito eh. Oh, ba't hindi mo, why? Why are you not getting it right now? Kasi sir, ano po eh, out of stock eh. Sir, kasi ano po eh, negative yung kausap ko, hindi nag-sign up. Sir, ano po, hindi natuloy yung mag-CC3 packages. Pinaasa lang ako, gusto lang pala ako i-date. Gusto pala akong girlfriend. Sir, yung ganito po, ano eh, scammer. Nagpapalibre. Sir, yung ganito po, ano eh, nagbago isip. Things, things like that, palagi may excuse. So, guys, you got to look for yourself before you can look after others. You will be in charge of yourself first before you can take charge of the life of others. I'm not here to coach individually. I'm referring to you as a group. Individually, I'll do it person to person. As a group, these are my generic advice to you. You take care of yourself before you can take care of others. How can you help others if you cannot even take care of yourself? You can't even put yourself together in times of challenges. You cannot even put yourself together in times of success. So is there such thing? Of course. You see those people, when they make so much money, they scramble around. They forget themselves. Hindi lang yung kapag hindi ka kumikita, pansinin mo, dalawa lang naman yan, bigyan mo na maraming pera yung tao, maguguluhan siya. Hindi niya alam gagawin niya sa sarili niya. Hindi niya alam kung paano gagastos, hindi niya alam kung saan bansa siya magta-travel, hindi niya alam kung anong bibili niya. Gulong-gulo yung isip niya. Diba? Nawala yung order. Ganon din naman kapag failure yan. Hindi niya alam ang gagawin ko. Paano makapagbayad sa bahay? Ano isasanla ko na naman? Sino uutangan ko na naman? So, those are two things. You do not become successful overnight. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
In the same manner, you do not become a failure overnight. You work it out to become successful day and night. Ganon din yung failure. You will not become a failure overnight. Just because you decided not to do things today, bukas failure ka na. It is a series of events, days, and nights that you neglect to do the things that you are allowed to do. You neglect to do things that you're supposed to do. You neglect to do things that you should have done yesterday, or last week, or last month. Those are practically the same formula for success or for failure. It's just that for failure, mas madali. If it could take you like what? 10 years? Or 8 years to become successful? With failure, congratulations, it can be an expressway. It could be like in 8 months. Magsipag ka for 5 years, you will become like Arthur, or you'll become like Nico. Or kung sino mang successful. Try not to work in 5 months. Ubus grupo mo. No, not 5 years. 5 months lang. Baka nga gusto mo, 5 weeks lang. In 5 weeks, mag-travel ka lang na mag-travel. In 5 weeks, nasa bahay ka lang. Nagmo-motivate ka lang. Motivational quotes lang ang pinapost mo. Huwag kang mag-direct in 5 weeks. Huwag kang umattend ng training in 5 weeks. Huwag kang magbasa ng libro in 5 weeks. Don't do anything good in 5 weeks or in 5 months. Believe me, failure is inevitable. Sir, why is failure inevitable, and why can we not say the same thing about success? Because to become a failure, the things that you can actually do are the things that can be done by everyone. Am I making sense?
Yes.
Huwag kang bumangon on time. Huwag kang pumunta office on time. Huwag kang umattend ng training. Madali yun eh. The things that are easy to do are also the things that are easy not to do. Madali makinig, pero madali rin hindi makinig. Madaling mag-direct, pero madali rin hindi mag-direct. Diba? Madaling mag-retail, pero madali rin hindi mag-retail. So that explains bakit mas madali mag-fail, bakit mas konti nagsasucceed, not only in network marketing, but in all aspects of business. Name me a business na lahat ng pumasok naging successful. Wala. Tell me a business. Tell me things na ginagawa mo everyday, na ginagawa ng iba. There's not so much about that. There's not so many people who can actually do what you're doing. And don't wonder why you will achieve things greater than the rest. Hindi kayo pareho ng ginagawa. So here's another thing that I can share for you before I turn over kay Dom. By now, iisipin mo mabuti ngayon, have I started it really right from the very beginning? Because if you started wrong, the good point is that you can correct it along the way. Only if you will seek the help of other people to lift you out of that quagmire. Or out of being drowned in the middle of a pool if you don't know how to swim. Other people are quite scared of changing themselves or improving themselves because it's embarrassing to ask people for some help. Tama? Upline ko, mas bata sa akin, ba't ako makikinig dito? Oo, successful siya kasi nauna siya. Pero kung sabay kami, gwapo pa nga ako dyan eh. Kaya mo unahan yan. Nakauna lang yan. Then you got to prove something really to yourself, not to other people. Because yeah, kung nakauna lang yan, then you can actually do it. Diba? That's pretty much the logic, right?
Yes.
So therefore, a year later, dapat meron ka rin. A year later, wala ka pa rin. Ano sabihin mo? Hindi, kasi dapat na mag-sign up sa akin, napunta na sa kanya. Napunta kay Doc Wood sa ibang grupo. So you will find another reason why you're a failure, why you're actually failing. And you see tough guys succeed, even in the midst of the greatest challenges. When we started, who among you here joined us from the previous company, by the way? Can I see your hands raised? Yung kasama sa dati. So, para malaman ko sinong hindi. So, maraming hindi. Alright? So, good. Sa mga hindi namin kasama before, we started with nothing. No office for a long time. No products for a long time. Not even a brochure. No nothing. Compensation plan, website, we don't have those. We don't have the top 1,000 corporation thing. We don't have the 5 billion sales thing that you can capitalize today. We don't have the 16 stores that we have right now. We don't have the products that we have right now. All of them, way back before, were drawing future. The thing is, nobody can argue the future because future is not here today. And if you don't believe that, then you're a fool. If others tell you you're bound to fail, how do you know that? It is the future. How can you argue something that's in the future? Then you can also dispute, no, I'm going to succeed. If he asks you of any proof, ask him of also another proof that you're going to fail. What lies in the future is yet to happen. So there's no point of arguing the future. But people who sign up with us, work with us, not all, some become successful simply because of the things that are not available that time, but the things that were present in their hearts that time. What are those things? We eat breakfast, lunch, dinner, sometimes even snack, full of envy, hate, detractors, negative people. Time after time, does it change? It doesn't. Do you think it changed? No. They are here to stay, as we are here to succeed. We do not forget that. It's a matter of you allowing them to succeed over you or you succeed over them. Yung negative ba nawala? Hindi. Nung nagka-produkto nawala? Hindi. Nung nagka-office nawala? Nandiyan pa rin yung negative. Nandiyan yan palagi. The reason why you are not noticing most of them right now, because unlike before, you are better today. What was once difficult could actually be conquered right now. It's practically the same thing about walking, learning to ride a bike, driving a car, fixing your hair, pressing your clothes. Mahirap maglakad when you're like a 6-month-old, a 2-year-old. You're not very good at that. Come at a certain point, you'll be able to run. Even sidewards, backwards. Even blindfolded. You even pretend sometimes that you can actually, fall down. But once upon a time, mahirap yun. But once upon a time kasi, hindi mo pa alam lumakad. You become better, hindi mo sila napapansin. But they are around. Not as much as you noticed them before. So what's the next level then? If we are to follow the premise that they're always around, it's just that you noticed them before when you don't notice them today because you're already better, you can actually become more and become much better than you are today, and eventually become bulletproof, become invincible. Which means nobody can get to your heart or your mind or your soul other than those things, those people that you allow to enter. You have to be the gatekeeper of your life. You don't allow anybody to enter or exit it if not for your own choice. Na-encounter ko itong positive na tao. Taga-ibang company sa Samara, pero humingi ng kotse, support monthly, waiting, strong leg, power leg. Pasaklab, gusto pa, 2 account na may waiting. Your choice to allow that person to join your organization. Your choice to allow that person to take your principle to a different level. You're also the one in charge of allowing other people to become a part of your success. The moment you realize about how you can become so much better with just a matter of you thinking about it, deciding about it, lahat yan mahirap maniwala ka sa akin until you push yourself. I can use a lot of examples. Some of them are outrageous, some of them are funny, some of them are quite not worth recording or what. But trust me, when like everything that you have done for the first time, they're terribly scary. Right? You've had your first times, right?
Yes.
Whatever it is. Right? And the first time you take a roller coaster, perhaps. First time you jump off an airplane, right? Diba, Nico, you've tried it. Was it really scary to jump off the plane or to set your mind that you're going to jump off the plane? The night before, nakatulog ka ba?
Excited po.
Excited ka. So the excitement part was more of, was it during or before or during and before? During and before. But you get this ecstasy, thinking that you're going to do it, right? But when you're there, it's just like seconds, if not minutes. Athletes train for months, if not years, for one single bout, for one single competition. We're like athletes. The thing is, we are not preparing ourselves for one single bout or one single contest. We are training for our lives. It's just that it's not about the fastest runner. It's not about boxing. It's not about the quickest swimmer. It's about the person that will be facing customers every day, training people every day. I understand you want to become something. You don't want just to make money. Because if you just want to make money, you can go to employment, to traditional business, any other business. You can just be a seller. You can just be an online seller. You can be a tindera sa Tiangge. You can have your own taho balot store. You can sell all you want. You can make money. But not a fortune. We are yet to see somebody who keeps selling and selling alone without improving himself, but keeps selling alone and has become an entirely wealthy person. Well, unless you're the one who invented things. Like you're Elon Musk, you invented Tesla. He made money not because he's selling Tesla, but because he invented it. The hybrid car. So what are you going to invent today? Are you going to invent courage? Hard work? Because last time I checked, a lot of people have actually forgotten to develop a new kind of hard work and smart work. People are quite lazy pursuing their wants after their needs. Why? Provided na yung needs ko eh. Yung wants, okay lang naman kahit wala. You know that? Kasi pwede ka na mabuhay nang wala yung wants. Basta provided yung needs mo. And I'm not just talking about the basic needs, clothing, food, shelter, or education for your kids. I'm not just talking about that. We're talking about the basic needs of you having love, you having certainty, or the uncertainty, or having family. Once you have it, basic na, people would hardly go for their wants. That's why it is important that you know yourself. Because the moment you know yourself, you can actually ask your upline or ask your coach, upline, I really want to become something like you one day. Or I want to be close to you and the circle of press. Or to be one of the disruptors, or to be one of the top earners one day. Or to be somebody else. Not so many people are vocal about that. Sino sa inyo ang kumausap sa upline ninyo? Sinabi yan. 1, 2, 3. So now you know the answer. 4. So now you know the answer. You cannot become somebody else in life if you're not willing to seek help. That if you want it, kung ikaw lang nakakaalam nun, and your support group, your uplines, your company is not aware of that, of course, I'm aware that everybody wants to make money, but really, making money, madali na yun. But to become somebody else out of it, that's a different thing. That's a different one. Another way, kung gusto niyo maging successful na mabilis, try talking to elder people. Talking about 70, 80 people, 80 years old. Those people who have neglected to act on their dreams. Not the successful ones. You know, the usual approach is this. I want to talk to the successful ones. I want to talk to the tycoons, to the taipans, to the idols, to the icons. Usually, yun ang technique, di ba? You do another approach. It's not a negative thing. It is another approach that you can learn. Talk to them. If positive cannot inspire you so much, trust me, look at what can happen to you if you do not become successful. At that age, that's the sunset of their lives. So probably you live like up to 90 or 100. So at 80, talk to somebody about their regrets, the things that they failed to do. You don't have to know a tycoon. Sir, hindi kasi ako malapit kay Doc eh. Hindi kasi ako malapit kay Press. This is another technique. Another technique. Kasi ang hirap lang hanapin eh. You don't see them around, right? And then, pag hindi ka close sa kanya, Sir, pwede pa ako mag-interview ng 5 minutes lang. Can you do that? Pag hindi ka kilala, hindi ka mapansinin. But this one is easy. Maraming tambay, walang buhay, miserable, talk to them. Ask them. You know how to be polite, right? Just be polite. Ask them. Maybe ask them for a certain favor. Ask them of the things that they regret to do, or the things that they ought to do, but they failed to do. And what it cost them. And maybe through that, you will Eflin understand na mahirap gumising araw-araw. Mahirap bumangon gabi-gabi. Mahirap mag-alok. Nakakahiya. Kinakantsawan ako. Nare-reject ako. But, is that stronger of an emotion than the ones you will have when you're like 90 years old? You can do that. Because the scarcity of Forbes billionaires, the super icons, the taipans, ang hirap hanapin eh. Or si upline, ang hirap lapitan. Talk to somebody who's a failure. Not for you to be a failure yourself, but you know what to avoid. I may not even be the best person to inspire you, but I can give you that approach. Use that. Ask a person or two. Ang dami dyan. Not only the 90 years old. Talk to those guys. Don't ask them about how much they're making. Simple question you can ask them. Practically. Is there anything na dapat mong ginawa na nagsisisi ka hindi mo ginawa? O meron kang gusto na hindi mo ginawa? And what is that? Let's not even talk about ano trabaho nila. That's when you can understand and see what can happen to you if you neglect to do the things that once you desired to do, once upon a time you wished to do, na gusto mong gawin pero hindi mo ginawa. Umabot ka sa edad, 80-90 ka na, when you no longer have the energy to send message in Facebook, to talk to a prospect, to even attend a seminar, even if you want to. 60, you're still young. 55. Bart is 61. Look at the energy of the guy. Baguio nung Monday, ngayon Ordaneta, bukas dito. Right?
I've met him in Cagayan. I attended his
Cagayan de Oro, you also met the guy. 2 nights. On Friday, he will be in Dubai. To do the training. We'll be in Europe on Sunday. Then balik ng Dubai the week after or so. So, I'm saying guys, you can ask people regardless of age, but ask people who have done things outside their own decisions. It could be a student. Hindi ko naman gusto itong course na to eh. Kaso yung sinanay, itong gusto maging nurse ako dahil in demand daw sa UK. Ayun, nang gumraduate ako, hindi na in demand. That's practically an example I'm telling you about. You don't have to talk to a 100-year-old guy. Basically, if you talk to a 100-year-old guy, trust me, mahirap din hanapin yun. Mas mahirap hanapin sa tycoons yun. Ask somebody, ano yung regrets sa mga bagay na hindi mo ginawa? I'm unraveling to you life at work. That's what I actually do. That's what I've been doing for almost 2 decades now. I know people will come and go. I know people will join NWorld, will transfer, will join NWorld, will stop, will join NWorld, will go abroad, will join NWorld, kill themselves, will join NWorld. Fuck around. Join NWorld, do nothing, and expect to become a successful guy. Join NWorld, 2 months later, will ask for a Ferrari. Join NWorld, be relentless, be passionate about what they do, be hardworking, be unstoppable, and eventually they become an owner of this brand new car, of this particular house. They have a group, massive group of successful people. You have all walks of life, all kinds of people, all types of them. Different reasons, different stories. They will come to us and expect that great thing. Gusto kong maging successful. Gusto kong maging mayaman. But not everyone is willing to do what it takes. Why? Again, it's because of their being. It's not because of NWorld. It's because of their being. Because that happens as well being an employee. You see employees who perform top of their games, best employee of the year after year, 10 years best employee. You also see employees who are always late, always absent, nangungupit. Yung iba napakulong pa. We have that. I know that I'm in business. It's the same thing in business. Nagsimula ng bagong negosyo. 6 months later, wala nangyari. Sinarado. Nagtayo ng panibago. 3 months, hindi pa yumayaman. Tumigil na naman. Nagtayo ng panibago. 2 weeks, hindi pa nakasensado. Tinigil naman. Naghanap na naman iba. What do you think? Sa NWorld lang yan? Sa networking lang yan? It is everywhere. Nagkaroon ng boyfriend, hindi nasarapan. Lumipat sa iba. Girlfriend naman. Diba? Girlfriend naman ang hinanap. Iba naman yung naging gusto. Humanap, naghanap ng iba, naghanap, ay kala ko perfect ang mundo, kala ko perfect ang buhay. Lumipat, nakipag-iwalay na naman, bakit? Ay, hindi pala perfect. Ano kala mo, Disneyland na buhay? You know what I'm saying? People will always look for the happiness that they don't have themselves. People will complain about their wives, their husband. O bakit ganyan ang forma mo? That body ka na, wala pa tayong anak ka. Di ka na nag-aayos. Yung lalaki, ganun din sa misis, ba't di ka na pala ayos? Ba't yung ganito, asawa ni ganito, mas maganda, mas maayos? It actually is a reflection of what you do in that relationship. You want an inspired-looking husband, a beautiful wife? Treat them beautifully. It has to start from you. Come on, guys. If you want to become successful, first be ready to receive it. How can you receive something if your arms are closed? Can you hug somebody when your arms are closed? Can you eat something when your mouth is open? Or when your mouth is closed? Can you?
No.
Can you accept new things, new learning when your head is closed, when your mind is closed?
No.
So, you cannot receive blessings when you're not ready to receive them. First thing that you have to understand, the moment you decide that you're going to become successful, you already are a success. Why? Because you cannot give out success to the world if you don't have it yourself. The very essence of it is that you have accepted the idea that you will become successful. And once you accepted that, you can be successful. Not you will be, you can be. Pwedeng oo, pwedeng hindi. It's not about the idea of just you sharing for you to receive. How can you share something that you do not have? How can you share new learning that you do not have? How can you share food that you do not have? How can you help when you do not have? So before you can share, because a lot of people have been talking about, we have to share, we have to help, we have to share, we have to help. Let's make it right. Before you can help others, you got to fix yourself. Help yourself. And how can you give something you do not have? Impossible, right? So the very essence of having, which means, bago ka pa nagbigay, you have already received. Nakatanggap ka na. So, whether it's a form of financial help, advice, coaching, mentoring, whatsoever, you have already gotten those things in your head, in your heart. That essence alone, panalo ka na dun. So, be ready to receive. Why? Because you will not receive when your heart, when your mind, when yourself is not open. A lot of people wanting to receive success, believing that they're sharing the things that you need to do to become successful. In the first place, hindi pa sila tumanggap. How can you teach this learning? Oh, downline. Tin tayo na NBO. Tin tayo na NBO. You didn't do it yourself. Make sense?
Yes.
Right? Makinig tayo. Oy, may bago. Si Barty. Oh, alamat na industriya. Pillars, one of the legends. Diba? You know those lines. Makinig tayo. Ikaw matin ka na. So how can you share something that you have not done yourself? You have not received yourself. Okay, let's put it in a more practical example. I have 1,000 pesos. Say, Aileen needs 500 pesos. Can I give her 500 pesos if I have 1,000 pesos?
Yes.
Alright, that's good, right? But can I give Aileen something that I don't have? Kung wala akong 1,000, can I give her something?
No.
Wala. So therefore, bago ko siya matulungan, kailangan meron akong 1,000 pesos. So ibig sabihin, bago pa tayo lumabas, kailangan ako mismo makatanggap ako. That's the only way you can help out. That's the only way you can share. Kung wala ka, ano i-share mo? Knowledge, money, support, moral support, personal presence, team training, coaching, mentoring. How can you give out something that you don't have? And a lot of people commit that mistake. Simply telling, oh, share ko na lang to. Sa Facebook, social media, there's no receive button. Always share button. Right? So actually, you can also share something that you don't have. Like, bigyan mo ako Aljo na 1,000, hindi ko bubulsihan, pasok ako kay IT. Now, if success works like that, dadaanan ka na ng success, you will not become successful. And that is social media today. That is technology today. Share, share, share. Pero ikaw, you're not even watching it. You're not even reading it. After watching it, did you really learn from it? If you learned something, go for it. Teach them to others. Execute them. If you did not learn anything, why don't you go back and watch it? Nandiyan naman yan. Balikan ko na lang. Busy ako ngayon. Manonood muna ako ng ano. I'll backtrack on the telenovela that I missed. Right? It's easy to become successful if you're willing to give up your time for Netflix, your Amazon Prime, or yung kung ano man pinapanood nyo sa local TV. It's easy to give up those things. But the same things that are easy to give up are also not easy to give up. Kasi madaling gawin. Now, you will understand, kaya pala si Upline kayang gawin ito. A lot of people have asked me, especially during the time of transition, anong ginawa mo, Pres? How did you do that? In spite of paninira, lahat ng bato laban sa'yo, lahat na sinabi sa'yo, lahat ng version nandun eh. Diba? May version na, wala ng pera yan. Kasi wala na siyang income. Nung lumakas, nung maraming ganito, may branches, etc. Maraming pera yan kasi nagnakaw yan. So wala kang tulak kabigin. Diba? Ay, ano yan? Bakla yan. Kasi itong gusto niyan, ganyan. Si Arthur ang ano niyan. No, that's true. That's true. It was one of the issues, diba? Oh, sila Edsel, kinakapitalan yan. Later on, ay hindi, babaero siya. So, nagbago na. Nag-iba na kaagad. You know, a lot of things. Si Arthur, na-set up pa siya, di ba? You know those stuffs. Arthur, just like me and just like many of those guys, araw-araw maharap tayo sa ganyan. Your upline, Arthur, is one of the living testimonies that being courageous can do a lot of great things in your life. You have to believe that. You want to know why? Because cowards die thousands of times. Cowards die thousands of times, even millions of times. But courageous people, men or women, die once. We were not coward to face them. Straightforward to my goals. Straightforward to the market, to the people. Pakialam ko sa sinasabi mo. Nung bata pa lang ako, marami na kayong sasabihin, di ba? Nung bata ka, uy, mas maganda yung shoes ko sa shoes mo. Uy, bakit yung uniform mo naninilaw yung sa akin, mo, puti? Ay, bakit yung buhok mo ganyan sa akin, ganito? Ba't ang payat mo, ako mataba? If all of those things will be consumed by your heart, by your mind, by your spirit, you will be a very devastated person. That's one of the traits that I have learned. I never cared about what other people say, except when they are my family. Sir, paano po kung yung family negative? Then you can temporarily choose your family. When I say that temporarily choose your family, what I'm saying is that if it is your wife, you don't temporarily choose someone else. But Tell your wife what you want to do. A lot of us have failed to communicate what we really want. Kanina nung tinanong ko, sino sa inyo ang na-communicate sa upline nyo or sa pamunuan ng company or hanggang sa akin na press, gusto kong maging somebody, gusto kong maging ganito. Not in that particular script, by the way, okay? Ay, ibig sabihin, gusto ko rin po maging katulad ni Up Arthur or ni Doc or ni Ma'am Rina. Gusto po na maging ganyan. And nung tinanong ko, ang nagtaas ng kamay, like 4, 5 guys. Come on guys, you have to start communicating it. What are you? You dating somebody? You're not telling him or her that you want her? But you start kissing her, kissing him, or touching that person? We can start with that, right? You can start with that. There's a power in the words that you're going to say. Remember that it can scar a person's life for life. For life. The scar will heal, but it will be there for life. It's like my scar, this part of my head. Right? Or you can choose your words to be your tool to uplift others, to help others. Marami sa ating nakakalimutan yung pagkakataon na pwede mong gamitin yung salita mo to help others become better. Like, sir, believe me, you'll be successful. You're welcome. What will you tell me? With your words. For example, you've seen me along the street or in the office. I mean, you can tell me, Pres, this will be your bad day. Will you tell me that? I mean, those are the things I'm talking about. Right? Pag nakita mo si Nico, wala kang pain ngayon. You can actually do that. You can piss him off. Or, Line, marami kang pain mamaya. Kung walang dumating, for the moment, you have exuded some energy or vibes that can help this person feel better. Why? Because you have no idea what each and every one of you has been going through. Either in their homes, relationship. Di mo alam, pinapalayas na pala to, wala tang bayad sa bahay, 2 months na. Ito, yung kuryente, putol na. Hindi niya sasabihin sa'yo dahil nahihiya siya, dahil gusto niyang pakita sa'yo upline. I'm your next best leader, kaya ayokong ipakita sa'yo mahina ako, gagawa ng paraan dito. Things, words like those can make a huge difference. Have you not seen or have you not reviewed my feeds, ulitin ko, why I never utter words when I can to put others down? Yes, that's the reason. Because yes, I can put others down. I can also put others up. It's a matter of choice. So, in short, if I'm not doing good, I can make you feel bad as well, or I can make you feel good. At the end of the day, you will only feel that you're a human being entitled to your emotions. You may make wrong mistakes or right mistakes, but there's no wrong time to right the wrong. Among yourselves, tell me, or tell yourselves, is this really how you really want to be yourself for the next 2 years? Or gusto ko, I want something more. I want something better. If the answer is the latter, then what you need to do is practically simple. Communicate it to the person. To your upline, your wishes. Upline, I want to be more. Meron kang downline na namali mo. Nagkamali ka. For some reason, Uplines do uplines make mistake? Yes. They do. I do. When you do that, what's an apology? Come on. What's being human being? Hey, sir, pasensya ka na po ha. Last time sa office, inisnab kita kasi yung prospect mo, actually prospect ko rin yun. Do you do that? Your emotions will do that for you. When it settles down, right the wrong. It feels better. That's another secret that I have in life. The world is not perfect, but I try to right the wrong every day. Excuse me. Once you do that, I consider you a better person. Why? The person who apologizes need not to be the wrong person. But he is the person who knows better. Do you wish to be the right person or the person who knows better? Because if you're the right person, you will not apologize. And you will not welcome any apology. Why? Because you're right. No, you wronged me. Nasulot mo yan. Kinakausap ko na yan. I mean, come to think of it, kinakausap mo pala dahil binibenta mo ng produkto at SRP. And you never even wanted to recruit this person or present the products or the business opportunity because you want to keep selling your products to them at SRP. Then somebody comes, like a neighbor or somebody, offering opportunity. Do nag-sign up. Yes, nag-uusap kayo. You never talked about the business opportunity. You talked about the products. For me, that doesn't count. Na sinulot ka. But when you saw that person joining another person na kumausap sa kanya about the business opportunity, nagkaroon ka naman sa mga emotions, first, hindi mo alam yung story. How would you know kung hindi kayo mag-uusap? Kung hindi mo aalamin. So now you will again understand what the purpose of me in this group or me in your organization. I'm not here to motivate you what to do. I'm not here to tell you, ra, pabutihan mo, hustle. I mean, if I need to do that to you, you're in the wrong company. At the end of it, the things I told Arthur, the things that I'm doing every day, I choose people based on attitude, not on skills. With attitude, I can live with that person, teaching him every day, even if he is a slow learner. Because skills can always be learned. If this person's attitude is just like that, and he or she doesn't want to change, it's easy for me to teach you how to do Facebook marketing. It's easy for me to teach you e-commerce. It's easy for me to teach you how to make proper taxation filing, estate planning, right? Securing your assets, where to invest, how to come up with the strategy. I can teach you that. People have their own pace and adaptability to learn. Others learn it in a day, in a week, in a month, in a year. You will learn anyway. But attitude, if your attitude is really like that from the beginning, 20 years na kung magulang mo hindi ka na bago, who am I to change it? Or maybe I'm the one to change it. My principle has ever been just like that. If you're not doing it right, or if you're not the right person bearing that attitude, or at least not willing to make it right, then you're out of the box. Since I'm not motivated by money, the difference is that I don't run after everyone else, even if they suck, even if they screw up. You know why? Because I'm not after making money alone. If you're running after money, then any Tom, Dick, and Harry, wala pakialam. Masamang tao, maling tao, matigas ang ulo, pasaway, I kick them out. Why? They're just one person. And there's you who's willing to do it right. Will I choose a person or two? Di ka sumusunod sa policy, out ka. Di lumipat ka na ibang company, who cares? Lumipat ka dahil na-out ka. Di ka lumipat dahil lumipat ka. Okay, ibang bagay yun. Dahil kung lilipat ka, di dati ka na dapat lumipat, hindi ngayon. Not until nalock yung mga accounts ng downline mo. Lilipat ka dahil nag-away kayo ng boyfriend mo, ng girlfriend mo, or ng upline mo, chinix yung downline mo, good. Then pagpunta mo sa ibang company, chinix din ang upline mo yung downline mo, lipat ka na naman. So what's the solution? When the people is not doing it right, from the very first sign of it, call their attention. Sinabihan ko yung mga leaders, pag may maling ginagawa yung tao ninyo, not because they are producing, not because they're putting much sales in your group or in our company, call their attention. Doc Butch can attest to that. Yung office ko is a living witness. Kung pwede magsalita yan, ilang top earners, ilang matataas na tao pinatawag ko na dyan. Ilan na umiyak sa kwarto ko. Ilan na napagsabihan ko. I'm not that person who's willing to eat your shit just because you're producing something for this company. No way. I am the CEO of this company. You are not. That explains why I'm willing to do what is right. Because I'm not on your end. You can even afford to follow simple policy. If I allow this person to stay, you to stay, you're doing it wrong. How can I teach you a lesson if you're already making 100 million a year? Then the more you won't listen to me, or to a lawyer, or to anyone else. That is the fundamental of business. You pick the right set of people to surround your organization, to surround yourself. Stay with that group if they're the right group. If they're the wrong group, leave the group. If the person is wrong for your group, correct him. Give him or her a chance. By the way, mali, hindi mo i-kick out ha. Kausapin mo muna. Sir, kasi mali yung ginawa ninyo. Nasa ethics natin yan. I have seen leaders personally appearing before ethics. Sir, kami na pong tutulong. Aayusin na po namin ito. Hindi niya po sinasadya. Ilak niya na po siya. Kami na po nagsasabi sa inyo. Pero sir, baka pwede 2 weeks lang. Huwag na 1 month. Kasi kami naman yung nag-report. You will be surprised. Bizarre, right? But we have, we have points like that. We have points like that. We have things like that. Others think, pag na-sanction sila, this is the end of my career. You're wrong. When you're sanctioned, that is your opportunity to right the wrong. Kumbaga sa labas, beating the red light ka. What will you do? Change your car? Go to another country? I hate this country. It flagged me down for beating the red light. That is the rules. We have our rules in life, in business. Right? So if people are not following the rules, call their attention. Only then, you will figure out the right set of people. Marami kasing tao takot. Hindi, kailangan lahat welcoming ko. And tigas ng ulo. May girlfriend na, o may asawa na, binababae niya lahat. I know people like that. I've been in the industry long enough. Trust me. Hindi ko na sabihin, pero even sa iba't ibang company, alam ko yung ganyan. A lot of people transfer to us, and some people may have left us. I don't know. For things like that. Hindi ko sinasabing ilang reason. Yung iba naman, nanunulot. Literal, talamak. Batikang manunulot. Ang prospect. Nakita may potential. Taga-Saudi ka. Naku, maraming pera dun. Yung mga tao, walang pinagkakagastahan. Diba? Nakapasok na ba yung anak mo? Hindi pa po. Ipangalan natin dito. Ililibre kita, 7. O dyan, magbabayad ka 3. Ako na dito, libre ka dito. A lot of people. Ang dami namin natatanggap na complaint sa ethics. You may not be made aware of that. It is happening, by the way. It is happening. Lipat ka rito, pangalan mo sa kapatid, sa ganyan. And when people don't look at the future, long term, they will grab it. Why? Because it fills their needs. But guys, not because it works for the short term, it will work for the long term. It could work right now. Iba pangalan mo doon, nilagyan ka ng left and right, pinakita ka pa ng upline mo. Ito problema. Nag-League of Masters. Nag-League of Grandmasters. Nag-League of Mentor. Hindi ka makaakyat. Bakit? Di mo pangalan eh. How will you make that right wrong? So, if you don't look at the future, you will settle for what is best for today.
Because you don't know yourself. Balik na naman tayo doon. If you know yourself, you will resist immediate gratification. I was in this company, and then I was a young executive. And at that time, I was only making, what? Maybe 500,000 a month. I was 25 years old, maybe 24 years old. That's low. I will explain later. And somebody called me after 2 other calls, similar calls, about the same opportunity. Pare, sumama ka na sa amin. Si ganito, kumikita, 100,000 isang araw. Si ganito, 200,000 a day. I know those guys. I know them personally. Hindi 2 tao, hindi 3 tao na malalapit, kilala sa industriya, tumawag sa akin, sumama ka na rito. I know myself. I was 24. I was the young executive of the previous company. I said, kindly extend my regards. Congratulations, Kano. Happy for them. That's just my word. Why? Not because you're making 200,000 a day and I'm making 500,000 a month would mean that that is a better opportunity. Or that is the one for me. It was clearly a scam. I know that. Everybody knows that back then. But the idea that you can make more here versus there, I knew myself. After the calls, sabi ko sa sarili ko, the day will come. Aabot din ako dyan. Since I knew myself, I know myself, I do not get deceived. I do not get sidetracked. I do not get defocused. When chocolates, when ice creams, when marshmallows are offered to me. 200,000 a day, who doesn't want that? Come on. 6 million a month? Who doesn't want that? Even Arthur will have a run for his money today to make 200,000 a day. And back then, some people are making that in the industry. I said, congratulations, I'm happy for you. Not more than 30 days later, some of them are behind bars. Some of them migrated to Macau. 2 guys migrated to US, nagpapalamig. Some hid in the provinces. 1 person I know close to my heart, her husband was kidnapped, salvaged days later in the headlines. 2 of my colleagues, including their girlfriends, one of which was even pregnant, they were also salvaged in the news. Tempting, right? 200,000 a day. 200,000 a day. So if I was weak, I'm making 500,000 a month. Sama ako doon. And I said 500,000 a month, maliit, because that's like 2007. Back 2002. Yeah, back 2002, I used to make something better than that. Like 5,000 a week. US dollars. So when I left that company, because we had no choice, because the company is not paying out anymore. So what will I do? Stay? When I left that company, transferred to another company, sure, I did not make the same amount of money. I made lower, and to the next other company, it was also lower, because the truth of life is not because I transfer to another company, it will give me a better income. It doesn't follow. It's not a progression of life. Come on. When I interviewed employees for UAE, most of them have been in Dubai. 10 years, 8 years, 12 years. Applying to me lower salary. Why? Because they're being renewed by their employers whom they have served for 8 years, for 6 years, for 10 years, for 12 years, giving them lower offers. Same employer. Same employer. Is that possible in Dubai? Yes. Contractual kasi doon. may kontrata. Here, may regularization. Alright? I'm surprised. Same company, binababa sila, ang hirap ng buhay. So, same thing with me. Nung na-encounter ko yung mga taong ganon, that those guys, that's why I congratulated and welcome Mark and the girlfriend. And sabi ko, saludo ako dahil bumalik kayo. Others were willing to stay. Tapos lahat ng bagong company ina-apply nila, mas mababa na ang alok sa kanila. I cannot talk so much about that because you know how critical that country is. I made decisions in life that may not necessarily put me to a better career after those first fewer companies kung saan ako na-involved na mas malaking income ko. But that's life. That's when I learned so much. When I failed, when I lost more money. You don't learn actually when you become more successful. You learn the hard lessons in life when you fail, when you hit rock bottom, or when you are 6 feet below the ground. So if you're failing right now, I won't say congratulations, but I'd say if you learn from your mistakes, then I say congratulations. If you think your failures today are your setbacks, it's your choice to make it a setback or an opportunity to learn. And what I am today is practically because of the entire experiences that I have had. Make it your principle to do what is proper, what is right. Stay with the right set of people. People who will level up your game, your character, your attitude, your behavior, not your income. It will always come. When I left that company, when I was making at my record high, 5,000 a week, 4,000 a week. By the way, that's US dollars. And the time the dollars was 55 peso to 1. 2001, 2002. That was the time. When I was only making 500 sa sumunod na company, 700, hindi na naging consistent. Tapos nung nag-executive ako ng dati nating company, I was only making what, 30,000 a month? Imagine that, from making those much. Yeah. What do you think? I was making like 1 million a month as president. Even here, a president is just an employee. Unless you also own that company, that you're the president of your own company, that's a different story. So I was a target because they knew that I was worth something more. Sabi niya, ilang kinikita mo, sayang kung dito ka, ito kikitain mo. That was the point. Because they knew me and I knew myself that if I allowed it to be corrupted, I know it is an oblivion that I cannot escape. Yung temporary setback na mas mababa yung income ko, I took it as a lesson. And I improved from that. You know what's the key factors why I improved my income after like years of being spiraling down sa income ko dun sa iba't ibang companies? I focused on the growth of my key people. I use the term key people because I cannot focus on the growth of everyone. Like as for me right now, I cannot say lahat na magsa-sign up will become successful. I cannot do that. Even Ramon Ang in San Miguel cannot make that on all of his employees in San Miguel or Mark Zuckerberg's employees in Facebook or Jeff Bezos' employees in Amazon. Key people. Key people referring to those people in my circle. And I've worked on them because when they become successful, I'm ultimately successful as well. Now, before I end, this is the last lesson I would like to share to you. People will ask, especially people from other companies that I encounter who give out compliments. Salamat, Pres, idol ka na. Even people from other companies. What they see is not my success. They see the success of my key people. Arthur, Doc, Edsel, Tian, Jerome, kita na magarang bahay, magarang kotse. That at once, at a certain point in time, just like you beginners, yun ang tinitignan nila. You will see leaders who are wealthy, owners of company, top earners who are wealthy. But you won't see a key group, key people, key important people na successful. For me, that's not true success. That's way being selfish. That you take all the success for yourself. True success is now measured by how successful those key people who believe in you are right now and in the future. So here's the thing. I started with that joke earlier, kung naalala nyo. Yung hindi nakasama sa bonding nyo sa K-pop or what. That is a joke. Half meant, yes. Build your own key people in your organization. It's not only Arthur who will have that. If you cannot transition to you being a member of that key group, to you being the leader of another key group, you will not have generations of success people in your organization. And success will stop at you. Kung apply nyo ginagawa yun, do that to your group as well. Arthur cannot do that to his entire 10,000, 100,000 people. The same thing, I cannot do that to the entire almost 500,000 distributors or 500,000 accounts that we have encoded. Alright? But you can do that to your key people. Kung palagi ka na isama ng apply mo, be thankful. So when is your turn? Eh, ikaw naman, yung magsisit, hindi mo kailangan sa ganung kamahal na lugar. Pwedeng mas mahal. I'm kidding. Hindi kailangan si upline lang. Hindi kailangan si Arthur lang. Hindi kailangan si Doc lang. When is your turn? Because that is the step that you have to take. Me knowing that you started to stand up, man up, left down, your turn. Kung palagi kang kasama ni upline Arthur mo, and you're not doing that to your people, imagine how your people will feel. Imagine how they will think, am I not important? Am I not welcome? Kailan kaya ako makakasama doon? Alam nyo, bago pa magkakotse yan, bago pa magkabahay yan, bago pa magkaroon ng isang pair yan minsan, yung pictures ninyo na napakaganda can also be used against the real good reasons about it. Why? By not being a part of that. You share. When you share, not only in Facebook, that you click the share button. You share by doing it for your own key people. Review. Sino mga direct ko? Sino yung mga nandito? Ay, kaaway ko ito. Mayabang ito. Hindi ka kasama. Kala mo ha. O ito, flash out ako. Next. O ito, times 10. Dito ako. Times 10. O, magsama ka ng 1,000 tao dyan. Bonding tayo, bonding. Ito, masunurin, kaso strong leg. O sige, oy, pakitawagan mo yung tao mo. Dalawa. Sama mo ha. Tawa kayo ng tawa. Bakit? Are you relating to it? Come on. That's true, di ba? O ito, tatawagan mo. Ito. Sino to? Crossline. Bakit? Maganda eh. Sama natin. Para may pampakilig tayo. Para may pamotivate tayo. Kung babae naman to grupo, ito. Gwapo ito. Sama natin ito. Para patas, di ba? Tatawa kayo, but because you can relate to it. Simple things. Mag-iisip kayo ng strategy. Huwag muna kayo mag-isip ng strategy. Si Barty nga, pinapaikot. Napanood niyo yung ano niya, NDO niya?
Yes.
You know how basic it is?
Yes.
Parang inisip mo, yan na yun. Yan na yun. But guys, yun. Isipin nyo kung lahat kayo nag-NDO ng ganun. Mahihirapan ka mag-NDO kasi ang galing naman kasi ni Apnico eh. Ginalingan, may Baxter pang nasa picture. Paano naman yan? Hirap, di ba? So, if you do the basic, like, naintindihan mo yun, isipin nyo kung lahat kayo nag-NDO. O wala yung guys, o mag-NDO ang kayong dalawa. O walang guys, 4 kayo, mag-practice kayo. Anong gagawin mo pag walang guys? O manonood ka na lang, live. Para i-motivate yung sarili mo. Lahat ng motivation, lahat ng inspiration, useless. If you will not be able to share it. And if they will not be able to copy it. Copy business to. Copy business to. People need to copy you. Pag masyado ka naging magaling at hindi ka na makopya, hindi ka na ganun kasimple, hindi maipapasa ng tao. Paano ngayon yung mga payak na tao? Paano ngayon yung, sayang, gusto ko sana talaga mag-NWorld, kaso hindi ko kaya magsalita ng ganun. Hirap magpatubo ng ganung balbas. Diba? Tinatry ko naman, 6 months na. 1 inch pa rin yung balbas. I'm kidding. But, are you following, guys?
Yes.
Basic. Alam niyo, huwag kayong tumalon sa future. Kasi may ganitong strategy. Okay. O, tandaan mo yan. Honeymoon yan. It will plateau. Why? Because I have seen strategies in 2 decades. Ano sa palagay mo? Nung nagsimula, may eto na yung networking? Of course not. Ang strategy dati, sabihin mo, birthday mo eh. Pag walang naniniwala, birthday ko, para magkita-kita kayo. You don't do that today. That's a part of strategy. I was recruited. I was invited through a flyer. Some people still do that today. But most don't. So strategies change. Depends on the calling of time. But kung hindi ka sasabay, I'm not saying you choose a strategy. You can do all strategies. Kung ikaw hindi ka ayos, the basic, walang mangyayari sa'yo. Ulitin ko, the basic, whatever you learn, teach it to your people so that they can teach it to others. Makopya. Simulan nyo dyan sa mga bonding ninyo. Pasa nyo sa ilalim. Keep doing the same bonding, keep doing the same routine na pare-parehong kayo lang. People will say, sila-sila lang yan. Sila-sila lang ang yayaman. That's why nakita niyo yung mga sinishare kong car stories, car achievers, are not even the Ferrari or what, yung mga ganito sasakyan para maintindihan ng tao. Ba't ko sinasabi yun? Huwag niyo isipin na kapag hindi Ferrari ang bibili niyo o Lamborghini, nakakaya. Hindi totoo yun. Ay, nakakaya, hindi Lamborghini binili. Are you even aware kung kailan ako nagkaroon ng unang mamahaling kong kotse? It took me 10 years. Nahiya ba ako? Hindi. Because right now, I have people 2 years in my company na naka-Ferrari. Why? What will matter today may not matter in the future. What doesn't matter today may matter in the future. Which do you prefer? The latter is your legacy. It's like how you will be known. That's the reason why I was able to, people from other company keep saying about the success of our company is simply because not of my success, not of my Lamborghini, not of my Ferrari. Kung yung downline ko, in short, yung mga key people ko walang ganun, what's the point na meron akong ganun? Tutulo lang yung lang may isipin mo, ay sana meron din kaming ganun. Kailan kaya kami? Idle mind is what? Hindi niya lang playground yun. Diba? Doon siya magpupoop. Diba? Doon siya tatambay, doon siya iinom. Diba? Doon siya titira. Playground is an understatement. Ay, napansin ko nga si Apply lang yun siguro nga talaga, pinautal lang ni Pres yan. Finance yan. Pero yun, dami kong finance, di ba? Ilang Ferrari yan? 6? Ilang Boxster na Porsche yan at Cayman? 5? Lamborghini, 2? 3? Rolls Royce? Ibang kotse pa, wow! Tama nga. Hindi ako malapit doon, hindi ako matutulungan. Oo, tama. Kalokohan ito, tigil ko na. So, that's what's gonna happen if you do not share to your people down the line that, hey, this is a process. And you should be a part of the process. So, I look forward to seeing you and you with your people, you in your own bonding. Again, it doesn't have to be expensive. Pag ako tinitreat ko sila sa Jollibee. Wala kayong makitang picture, di ba? Hindi ko pinapost eh. I'm kidding. It's important because when people see you, there will always be different interpretations. You mean well to inspire them. Other people will see, kailan naman darating yung time ko? I'm happy that Arthur asked for this simple session. Sabi niya, Pres, pwede po ba? Sabi ko, when did I say na hindi pwede? Hindi nyo lang nakikita, alam niyo kung bakit. Nakita niyo yung regulations ko kanina. Wala magpo-post. Why? Hinarap ko kayo ngayon dito. Yung grupo namin, hindi hinarap ni Pres. Now you see the reasons. Not all things, not all strategies must be posted on social media. Unless your strategy is to let them know. But for me, that is not my strategy. I don't seek greatness. I don't seek your attention, that you posting your time with me here today and thanking me. There's nothing to thank. I am just doing the simple things that I think and believe can help you become better leaders. Pansinin nyo, keep posting ha. Example, kayong grupo lagi magkakasama. May isa kang grupo na nasa strong leg. Kasalanan ko pa naging strong leg ako. Di ba parang naging mali pa na naging strong leg ka, di ba? When you're supposed to be the most celebrated line. Don't get me wrong. Your strongest line is it's supposed to be the most celebrated line. How do you exactly will earn times 2, times 3, or 4, or 5 kung wala yun? You will have times 2 because there are other 2 lines stronger than the least strong line. You won't have times 3 if you won't have 3 stronger lines than the least strong line. But you always celebrate it with the strongest? No, with the weakest. So why do you want to celebrate with the weak people? If we are to follow positivity, if we are to follow the principle that you celebrate the success of everyone, we can at least try to become fair. Eh sir, kasi sila po yung malapit, then I understand. But, filter your strategies. Kung isang beses mo lang nakikita si ganitong grupo dahil nasa malayo, post them. Sila every week mo nakikita, post mo once lang. That's true. That's true. Why? You actually have nothing much to gain about posting it all the time. Unless you're trying to convey a good message. And a good message is always not about us. Much more about them. The moment that they feel, the moment that they realize that yes, wala kang kinikita ngayon, pero tutulungan kita, magtulungan tayo. Kaya nahirapan kami, hindi na ma-address itong out of stock. O sige, ito meron ako rito. Ito pwede ko ituro sir, ito strategy natin. We can do this one. Ito may extra akong so, bumili ako dahil may promo. Dahil wala akong extra pambili, ito meron ako. O, di gamitin mo muna yung sobra. There's so many ways to do that. Social media marketing has taken it to a level out of control, out of proportion. That when you start seeing people in real life, hindi mo na siya pinapansin bakit nakikita na mga sa Facebook. Then you start deciding who to follow, not to follow. Ay, wag to. Kasi ano to, cross-line ko ito. O di sundan mo yung taga-ibang company. Kasi hindi mo cross-line yun. Diba? O ito yan, follow ko ito kasi nainis ako rito kay yan. Ganito dahil yung downline ko maganda. Tinetext-text niya. O good. Okay, na-solve yung problem. In-unfollow mo. Diba? In-unfriend mo, na-solve yung problem. Parang nangyayari ngayon, nakakita na aksidente. Kunin yung camera. Kaysa tumawag ngayon ng emergency, tumawag, tumulong, kinuwanan. Nag-live pa, guys, nandito ako ngayon. Ito, kasalukuyang meron na aksidente. Sumemp lang yung yung motorsiklo. Ang tagal pa rin ng mga kapulisan ng ng ambulansya na wala pa dumarating hanggang ngayon. When you could have done it yourself. So guys, our greatest asset today, perhaps one of the greatest, if not the greatest, is technology. Don't use it to your disadvantage. Use it to keep being a human being. Make people feel and understand that particular technology will help you. It is the microphone or the megaphone or the amplifier, but yours is the voice. Without the voice, there's nothing to amplify. If there's no one using it, no one will run it, it won't work. You remember these things that I told, I shared to you tonight. There's so many other things in the future about it. But start checking yourself. In our chat group, palagi sinasabi yan, check your hearts. Check your hearts. Simply salita, check your hearts, check your hearts. Which means, at times, when you're so hyped, making a lot of money, nakakalimutan mo ng bumalance eh. Nahihirapan ka, you're trying to drag other people down. I hope I made your time worth your while.
Yes.
This particular moment. And there's so much to learn. An entire 1-week session na dire-diretso is not enough. What do you think? Kaya natin concise in just, 2 minutes or 2 days? Or in this particular 2-hour session? No way. No way. Hindi natin magagawa yan. But, this is a beginning. This can be your progress. If you do the same with Doc mamaya, it's up to you if you want a photo to be taken, if Doc wants. But for me, don't worry. You don't have to, sayang, di namin na-post. Is that the purpose why you're here?
No.
I'm here every day, If you want a photo with me, just go to my office. Just ask. Why? Pa-picture na po kay Press. Is that possible? Why don't you try? Have you tried? So why do you know na hindi ko pwede? You've never tried. What do you expect? Babae lalapit sa'yo, titingnan mo lang. Sana lumapit, sana lumapit. Lalaki ka, yung nakita mo ganda babae, sana lapitan ako, sana lapitan. It doesn't work like that. Maganda opportunity sana yung mama ako, sana yung... It doesn't work like that. Why don't you try? If that is the purpose, then you can do that. So sir, sinabi mo yan. Hindi ko sinabing palagi. Hindi ko rin sinabing hindi ko pabibigyan. But, in ending, I'm giving that to you para maintindihan ninyo. Others find it like a reason to shy away. Hindi ako malapit kay Doc, hindi ako malapit sa Apple, hindi ako malapit kay Press. And nainggit ako, lalayo na ako. Don't. I am not a sidekick to know what you want. What's in your head? Or what's your situation? I don't know. I'm not a sidekick. But what I know is I can listen to you and I will try my best to understand you. That way, we can start with the progress and maybe create a world who's not reliant alone on speculation. Hindi, siguro mararamdaman ni Apply na gusto ko rin sumama. Why don't you ask? Apply, pwede po ba akong sumama doon sa K-pop ninyo? Now, Arthur, you're in trouble. But, of course, now, of course, I'm saying, but si Arthur lang ba pwedeng gumawa nun? At least speak it out. Sabihin ninyo. Great leaders know how to actually speak their minds. They're not ashamed of it, especially if it is right. Maybe on the right venue, you can say it, not out loud o upline. Pakainin mo kami lahat sa K-pop. Dalhin mo kami kung saan, sa ganito, sa ganyan. Diba? Hindi lahat nakapag-record. I'm more importantly delighted that you listen to me. When I was a student, I told you that I was being bullied because malabo yung mata ko. It remained to be true until college, and it has become my advantage. You want to know why?
Right.
I don't write down. I don't. How will I write down? Di ko nga nakikita eh. So what do? I listen. I learn. Afterwards, I have 50 pesos. Give it to my classmate whose penmanship is quite proper and readable. Photocopy ko yun. Yeah, that's what I do. During class, I listen. Pagkatapos ng klase, 50 pesos. Sino pwede kong kopyahin yung tinuro ko niya. A lot of people volunteer for 50 pesos. Back then, I don't know today, but I'm sure today, somebody could offer some of you 50 pesos for your notes. But yes, that's true. Every day I do that. Hindi ko ginagawa yun after class, ha? Ng isang subject. At the end of the day, lahat ng klase. Well, what's 50 pesos for me to actually learn than to take note? Alright? So, others would use their handicap as their disadvantage. I use it to my advantage. Growing up, for some reason, I was taken away from a better, siguro, childhood sweetheart relationships because malabo mata ko and I feel that I'm not that good looking. Eventually, when I made some money, I started buying fashion eyeglasses. And since then, it has become my signature. I was skinny. Then today, I realized that my wife is the most gorgeous woman I've ever met. And I wish I could go back to you know, to the time that I'm not trying to lose weight desperately because it looks good ng payat. But when you're young, you're being bullied. It has become part of my advantage. Part of my advantage. Eto, itong naging sugat ko sa ulo, tinutokso rin ako dyan. Sino sa inyo merong sugat sa ulo or what? Sino sa inyo tinutokso ng poke nut, gano'n? Oh, yeah. How would you feel? When I was young, I don't know how to respond well. But growing up today, with that kind of scar, it feels good. Part of my fashion. Astig. I mean, you don't have to really ask the tailor or the barber shop or that expert to cut some hair for you. Diba yung parang, astig naman nun, nakasuot tapos may ganun. Siguro bad boy yun. Ganda naman ang eyeglass na. Malabo ba talaga mata niya or what? Kasi si Superman.
Yes!
I'm telling you stories, of course, you know that. But I'm saying, all those things that caused me to feel bad when I was young, to feel I'm neglected, to feel insecure, now I have used them to my advantage. Yes. And so should you. You're not a good speaker, then learn. Hindi po ako mahusay kumausap ng tao. Subukan mo. What do you think? Nung nagsimula ako with my insecurities, I'd be good at that? No. But learning from it and using those disadvantages has allowed me to face my challenges better than anyone else. The secret lies in putting your weakness before your strength. You put your weakness before the world, and no one else can use it against you. Why? Malabo mata. Yeah, everybody knows. Why are you saying it? Are you stupid? So nobody can say it now. Malabo yung mata niya, malabo yung mata niya. Yeah, nakita na nga namin eh. But when you're young, you feel bad about it. Ay, may sugat siya. Yun yung uso ngayon eh. Si Pres talaga fashionable. Hindi niya alam, ang tagal ko na, elementary pa lang, may ganito na ako. If the world knows your weaknesses, they cannot use it against you. Even use it to laugh at yourself. So the world will laugh together with you. Ang nakakatawa dahil hindi ka magaling mag-present, look at Edsel. Whenever he uses the microphone, he will say, pasensya na po kayo, hindi ako marunong. And everybody starts laughing. Ikaw naman yan, takot na takot ka. Why? Because you're pretending you're good. Stop pretending. You know, our environment, our past, or maybe our upbringing has prevented us from being who we are because we were not supported. We were not promoted. We were not inspired to be at our best. Start doing it now. Remove the environment of bullying others or kinakantsawan yung iba, even in a form of joke. Unless you're Jun Raboy and I'm Press, then I can actually do that. But other than that, support one another. Bado yung isa, wag mong kantsawan. Maybe ask her, bakit yun ang suot niya? And why do you care? Hindi naman siya nakopal. I've seen a lot of people, hindi na to bagay sa grupo natin. Kasi wala tong balbas eh. Wala tong pag-asa magkabalbas eh. Binibiro ko lang kasi sarap joke eh, di ba? Hindi ka na pwede joke sa grupo ni Doc yun. Pani pa, wala naman silang balbas, di ba? But yeah, use your weakness to your advantage. Put it before your strength. Nobody can use it against you. Out of stock, put it before you. That's our strength. Hindi kami, meron kami. Kaya nga kasi hindi nga kayo bumibenta eh. I know that. Why? Without pretense, look at our N-body nationwide. Why is it available? Tell me. Na-promo na lahat. Ang dami na nag-avail. Why is it available? What do you think? Is it a mystery? It is not. Because the strength is on specific products. Specific. Why do I even give out soap as a promo? Available, di ba? Kung lahat unavailable, we have a terrible problem. Kung may specific na hindi available, and it so happens, yun ang gusto mo, may problema, yung pag-iisip mo. Not your head, but how you think at that situation. Because that is the moment you can take advantage of it. O ngayon, may darating ngayon bukas. O ngayon, available na. O paano ngayon? O available na kami. O paano ngayon? Hindi hanap ako na ibang unavailable. Para yun naman ang reason ko kaya hindi ako nagsasucceed. You see the point? Why I have never taken it to my disadvantage. I have been with several companies, 5 in MLM. I know the trend. Alam ko ang benta ng iba't ibang company. Hindi lahat. I may not know it to the last centavo. But technology and loyalty and good people, concerned people are always out there. So I'm pretty much entitled to receiving a lot of information and I know. So, kung ang binibenta mo sa isang buwan, halimbawa 50 million a month, hindi ka ma-out of stock. Binibenta mo 75 million a month, hindi ka ma-out of stock. 100 million a month, hindi ka ma-out of stock. Tapos di ka choose your own powers, hindi ka ma-out of stock. Nung nanggaling tayo sa pinanggalingan nating company sa huli, how long have you been waiting for you to follow products? Pinakamatagal nyo inantay?
3 days to 1 week per. 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
2 weeks? Which one?
Yung blue and yellow. Blue and yellow.
Yun na yun. Doc? Mas matagal. How long do you remember, Doc?
Press, parang halos wala na naman yung package press. So wala naman iwan.
When? Idea. Matagal. I cannot disclose what they're disclosing, really. Kanya-kanya na yun. But records will show what they're declaring. But I know the real sales. Malayo. Hindi mo talaga mahabol. Let me give you an idea. We started NWorld by ordering products at the quantity of 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 units. What if you started ordering 500,000, 1 million, 800,000? You will know. You will understand the difference. And the thing is that the things that we do right now, I'm throwing away some package promos. I was able to study the behavior of almost everyone. Not all, almost everyone. Na-distinguish ko na kung sinong network builder, sinong retailer, anong produktong mabenta sa customer, ano ang gusto lang ng distributor, sinong kamador, Sinong kamador na nagbibuild ng kamador na grupo lang? Sinong kamador na nagbibuild ng kamador na grupo na puro kamador lang din? Yeah. Getting this information right now has allowed me to start predicting the requirement better than ever. You see people, when you do promo for this particular product, marami naghahabol ng package. Not as much sa ganitong produkto. Kita ko na ngayon, yung taong naghahabol ng mataas na value ng produkto versus sa naghahanap ng quality ng laman ng package. So, allowing this kind of strategy to actually gather information is what we actually do. If you run companies, that's what you should do. And how am I just right now creating this kind of approach? Guys, we're a 2-year-old company, by the way. We are not a 10-year-old company. We are not an 8-year-old company. We're not a 6-year-old company. We're not a 15-year-old company. And we are the only one that did 5 billion in 2 years.
Yes.
So, are you surprised by out of stock? Why don't you ask yourselves, what did you do with your products? What did you do actually? You see the point? So things that happen around us, you can always maneuver them in such a way you're in charge of yourself. But if you're not in charge of yourself, circumstances around us will maneuver yourselves. You make your choice. The same way you seize your life and take charge of it, the same way you seize the opportunity that we have right now. I thank you for your open hearts and open ears. More importantly, I hope you can share this to others so that others can start feeling what you felt when you started, or how it feels to be close to the top uplines. Start doing that and start being like a real human being, like a poster boy upline alone. Start doing the basics. Be the best example of doing it. I did not attend NDO just to show off through my photos, but I cannot command you to attend NDO if you don't see me doing it. I didn't do it once, not twice, several times, different speakers. Not because I need a photo op once, then I do it. I do it almost all the time kapag wala akong commitment or wala akong booking ng time na yan. Start doing the same. And your people will be embedded deeper. Instead of you teaching more and more techniques, that's not bad. Before you do that, embed them with the right foundation. After that, lahat ng strategy na gusto mo ituro mo. Why? Because just like a person, when they are young, no matter how you teach them about calculus and trigonometry and about rocket science, when they're young, they won't pretty much understand it. Allow them the process. Hindi yung right away, anong gusto mong mangyari? Paramihin natin yung friends mo. Gusto mo maraming online inquiries. Hindi pa siya nag-invite ang sarili niyang prospect. Hindi niya pa natin yung NDO 5,000 times. Diba? Dapat ganun. Now, kidding aside, that's an exaggeration. But as much as possible, then may NDO. Hindi niya pa natin na yun. Tuturuan mo na siya ngayon ng ibang strategy mo to get as much prospects as possible. Congratulations, dumami yung prospect. He or she doesn't know how to answer it. Instead of you leveraging, you're getting divided. And MLM is not division of time. It is multiplication of time. You will learn more in the coming days. But if you can make the correction in yourselves, you're pretty much on your way there. You're pretty much on your way there. Because right now, after you have corrected yourself, magiging attitude mo ngayon lahat ng learnings, pinapakinggan mo, and hindi lahat tinuturo mo. You digest, you filter what is appropriate, you use what is not reserved for the future. Not right now. Alright? Not all at the same time. Feel the market, feel the moment. And you will know. Thanks for your time. Please do not move away from your post, because Doc will be here. Don't have to shake my hands. I know it's impolite if I don't do that, but we are engaging into this agreement that we don't have to do that to be polite. Because I don't want you to move at your place because Doc will be here. Thanks for your time. Then
Thank you, Brent.
this is practically not the first, but you will see a lot more other things like this, especially those guys who will be attending the team building.
Yes.
Be the first to be a part of our challenges, so people will copy you. See you around, guys. Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Brent.
Thanks, guys. Thanks. Carry on, carry on. Doc, the floor is yours. All right, so carry on. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dito lang na Thank you. All right. All right. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you.
Guys, thank you po. Guys, para po.
Tapos na. Ayun, yung gusto nyo mag-toilet, mag-toilet na kayo. Kasi wala naman ako sasabihin sa inyo, hindi nyo na alam. Hello.
Hindi high school.
Sige, toilet muna kayo.
Sarap na. Magalang sa yan. Ang dami mo na yung mga